beginning of a new life is not always simple, as over millennia, nature has witnessed many unbelievable and complex birthing processes. Ferocious predators of the wild, massive mammals of the land, incredible underwater and mid-air deliveries. Get ready to watch the most shocking animal births ever recorded. Jaguar give birth. After 14 weeks of pregnancy, this female jaguar in the Iberá National Park of Argentina has started having contractions. It was a pre-planned birth, as both male and female jaguars were kept in a private place for mating. The park staff was so excited to see that, as the species are slow in reproduction. While recording, they were shouting as some miracle happened. 2 beautiful cubs came out of their mom's body, and their mom licked their face out of love. Aw, what a beautiful sight this is. The tiny little jaguars weighing a loaf of bread will stay with their mother for a few weeks before exploring their new world. Twin tiger cubs. Giving birth and being born is not an easy process. Look at this tigress at a sanctuary who, after a labor pain of almost 5 hours, pushed out her first cub, which almost looked like a stillbirth, but the mother's continuous licking stimulated it to breathe. And seeing the cub moving, it started to prepare contractions for the other child, who, as compared to his elder brother, was more active, as it could be seen moving its paws. It looks as if it was much more desperate to come out. And it's time for celebration for the mother, as she has given birth to 2 healthy male cubs. Twin baby elephants. Elephants stay pregnant for 18 to 22 months, and this is the longest period of all mammals. And in elephants, the birth of twin calves is very rare. Look at this perfect family. How magnificently they were walking with their mother. This is the shot of an Asian elephant born in Rosamond Guilford Zoo, New York. The newborn male twins were named Molly and Doc by zoo members. At the time of birth, Molly was not perfectly fine and stayed under the observation of veterinary experts for 2 days. Thank God it managed to be a strong, healthy little elephant. The twin cubs weighed 220 pounds and 237 pounds, respectively. Distress birth. Look at this impala tending to hide as she's going through the delivery process, the most vulnerable time of her life. But unluckily, despite choosing a safe place to meet her newborn, a hungry lioness found her. With a watering mouth, the predator is menacingly watching the impala giving birth as she's waiting desperately to taste the fresh meat. Feeling a hungry gaze on it, the mother-to-be ran towards the bushes with a partial newborn hanging from her back. Although it was difficult for the prey to run, it escaped to save her baby who was not even born yet. Shortly afterward, the lion attacked, killing the delivering mother and taking them both to enjoy the meal. Asali's birth. Giraffes are just so incredible. The moms give birth standing up, and the baby starts walking within an hour of being born, while humans take years. Shocking. The magnificent giraffe named Tyra is preparing herself for delivery at the McGovern exhibit in the African forest of the Houston Zoo. After several contractions and hard pushes, a healthy female calf came out. Unlike other giraffes, the process was so smooth for this courageous mother. The zoo decided to name the baby Asali, which means honey in Swahili. This is a sight to behold for sure. How it delivered a 6-foot baby and is still standing tall, both mama and baby giraffe. Leopard's baby coming out. Although leopards are considered feral brutes when it comes to their childbirth, they also become kid-gloved. The leopards need 1 to 4 days for their mating process. During this time, they find an isolated spot, a relatively small area for mating. Females stay pregnant for almost 93 to 110 days and mostly give birth in June or July. This leopard just gave birth to 2 of her cubs, and just look at how tiny they were, and the mama leopard was licking them. The sight is enough to make anyone's day. Kaya, the supermom. With 5 to 6 puppies being average across all dogs, the mama dog beat all the records after giving birth to 16 puppies. Meet Kaya, who was found starving and taken to an animal shelter where this skinny pit bull shocked everyone as she was storing some cute little surprises. Kaya was pregnant and started to gain weight very fast. Months later, she began to give birth. 2 days and 15 puppies later, one more arrived. 2 of them were stillborn, while the rest were completely healthy and playful. And after 9 weeks, the cute little pups were ready to go out and explore the outside world. Huge, pregnant sheep. Oh my God, what an amazing sheep! The birth was so fascinating and very moving. A big cheer for the mama sheep on each strong push.
Good girl.
The pet sheep, Amy, was captured giving birth in the video at Catlin, New Zealand. After 144 days of being pregnant, the brave Amy did this all herself, and quite amazingly, it took 4 hours for the mama sheep to deliver a lamb. Dolphin. Here we have another incredible moment of an underwater birth. In this adorable moment filmed at Brookfield Zoo in Illinois, a bottlenose dolphin was caught swimming with a little tail coming out of its body. This 26-year-old Ellison was in labor as it was bringing a new life to the world after 12 months of gestation. Twisting through the water with 2 flukes poking out, the mom-to-be dolphin was assisted by another dolphin, which is often referred to as anti-dolphin. Just after the dark-colored infant was out, the new mother helped her swim to the surface for its first breath of air. Beached birth. Although their intentions were clearly to help the shark, they could have been a bit more cautious with the kiddo fishes. The shark had some wounds, like a chunk taken out of her head. That's probably why she made it to the beach herself. Thankfully, the infested expecting mother shark was spotted by a group of beachgoers who were kind enough to help the shark deliver her babies. The woman seemed so passionate about becoming the helping hand of the fish as she kept pushing on her belly until it delivered her babies. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Croc birth. Crocodiles are the wildest, but when it comes to birth, they are most generous towards their children. Crocs are likely to bury their eggs in riverside nests, and the process takes almost 3 months for the birth of baby crocs. During this time, the mother puts all her efforts to protect the eggs until the babies come out. The mother takes them to the water by holding them in her mouth. Look at these little babies coming out of the eggs. Did you know that baby crocs only weigh 0.15 pounds when they're born? And how big they truly grow in a miraculous way. Baby stingray popping out. Although it is rare to find a giant stingray, it's even rarer to find one giving birth. While fishing in South Padre Island a few years back, a group of friends discovered a huge stingray that was actually a package full of surprises. Releasing its eldest newborn while being dragged, the mama stingray started flapping its wings to encourage the other pups to come out. One after another, more and more pups came out, who, after their birth, were released back to the ocean along with their mother. Dead kangaroo gave birth. A life-saving moment and perfect timing because the predators would eat the dead kangaroo, which may cause death to the young one. The video, filmed in New South Wales, showed a couple trying to deliver a joey from the dead one's pouch. As they were trying, the baby was also moving towards the opening part. It must have been hard to stay inside the expired womb. And finally, it came out safe and sound. Look at this little joey. Although it lost its mother before its birth, luckily enough, it came into the world safely. We wish you a wonderful life ahead, Joey. Giraffe gave birth. Throwing a newborn down from a height of 6 feet might seem cruel to you, but in the animal kingdom, the baby giraffe has to fall from their mother's womb, which surprisingly doesn't hurt the baby, but rather stimulates them to take its first breath. Inside the 10,000 square foot barn, Betty is wandering consciously as she's about to add another animal to her herd. After 30 minutes of effort, the newborn was out and receiving the love of her mother. Within an hour of birth, the calf stood on its legs and started nursing shortly after. After developing a bond by remaining inside the comfortable barn for a few weeks, the mother-daughter duo will be able to go out and meet with the other herd members. Kiara, mother of 19. Just look at this dog who's forgotten all her pain after having her multiple babies. Meet Kiara, who delivered 19 majestic babies in just 2 days without any human assistance, all alone by herself. Do you know what the craziest part is? Kiara did not have enough milk to feed all her babies, so the owners started using formula for puppies. Although this was a rare case, the family was so happy that they named every puppy beginning with the letter M. I wonder how they identify them with their names. Don't they all look pretty much the same? White whale birth. Birth on land is no more mystery to scientists, but what does birth underwater look like? Let's take a look at this white beluga whale, as it's for the first time that a white whale will give birth at an aquarium. Swimming with a tiny little tail protruding from its body, this 8-year-old white mammal is in labor for more than 5 hours and is about to become a mother for the first time. Right in front of excited spectators, the calf's body was fully out. The not-so-small, 5-foot-long baby, once out, was fully prepared to swim along with its mother. Big elephant giving birth. Holding 250 pounds in for 22 months, another elephant named Nikki was filmed at a safari park. After a labor pain of several days, the day arrived when she was noticed getting prepared for delivery. As the baby was moving out, her back started swelling, and the calf, enclosed in a sack filled with fluids, came out and burst right after the baby hit the floor. At this stage, the baby looks totally lifeless, so the mother licked her newborn. And when this didn't work, she started kicking her infant. But don't worry, as her kick is equal to a gentle human slap. And these efforts made the baby breathe. Weighing 260 pounds and 3 feet tall, the newborn baby girl is now set to take her first steps along with her mother. Orca birthing. The fish said to be the killer whale just gave life to someone. Isn't it amazing? This video is from under the water when an expecting orca gave birth to a magnificent calf after 17 months of gestation. The baby knew straight away how to swim and where his mother was. That was an actual breathtaking moment. The calf was born at the company's park in San Antonio, Texas. This is the rarest sea birth, as according to SeaWorld zoologists, a female orca may carry a calf after 10 years of the first birth. Horse giving birth. Look at this horse with a huge round belly. It may seem weird to you, but this horse is actually going through the most painful process. She is in labor pain, distressed and conscious, but determined to bring her newborn to the world that she carried for 380 days. Standing up, sitting down, rolling several times in an effort to properly position the foal for delivery. Pushing 100 pounds out of its body made the mama tired enough. But thanks to the stable boys, who made it possible for the mare to deliver the baby safely. Once the foal was out, both were left alone to develop the bond between them. Baby rhino coming out. Mothers are incredible. She is alone in her endeavor, no nurse holding her hand, encouraging her to push. Birth is always a miracle of life. The footage showed the announcement of a new birth at Care for Wild Rhino Sanctuary in South Africa. The beautiful 9-year-old white rhino cow Olive gave birth to a male calf on a hot summer morning. The new life taking its first breaths is exceptionally special to see. This was the 3rd time Olive became a mother. She was just 10 months old when she was rescued and brought to Care for the Wild. Loved this, and the cuddle at the end was just adorable. Zebra birth. Struggling with the journey to motherhood is not an easy task, and here we have another member of genus Equus who was captured while it was delivering its baby. This unforgettable moment was filmed at Kruger National Park, where a mama zebra, after completing her gestation period of 13 months, was going through the most sensitive time of her life. Usually, zebra mares give birth at night to minimize the danger of predators, which makes daytime birth and sighting all the more rare and unusual. Almost certainly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. After instant cramps and muscle contractions, the amniotic sac carrying the baby was pushed out. Thankfully, no predator was there, and the infant received a warm welcome from its father and other herd members. Baby lizard coming out. Do you know what's the strangest part about lizard births? They are bimodal species. The video showed the birth time of the lizard, when the green lizard was giving birth to the little tiny babies that looked only like the size of a phalange. And the interesting fact about these little babies is that they are never restricted to live in an eggshell. The lizard birth has to be the strangest birth in the world, as it varies in 2 different modes like eggs and live birth. The amazing fact about this video is that this lizard is one of 20% of lizards that give live birth, called viviparous, while those who give birth using eggs are named oviparous. Elephant seal. After a gestation period of 291 days, this elephant seal is ready to lose about 1/3 of the weight she came ashore with. She's here to welcome her new ones. In most cases, the head comes out first, but in this rare sight, the back flippers of the newborns were expelling out. Although it's just a matter of a few short minutes, it requires struggle and patience to bear the pain. Muscle contraction, continuous force, and constant trembling of the flipper. The baby is out there, with the umbilical cord still attached to the pup, which will later be consumed by the seagulls. Right after birth, the mother will nudge and cry out to her newborn pup until it responds by moving and crying back. Cow and baby. Let me take you to witness some extraordinary cow birth. How beautifully life comes into the world. The video was recorded right after the water broke. Now, moving forward to the next level when the baby actually came out of the womb and greeted the world. The cow laid down on her side as the calf moved towards the pelvis with each contraction. The whole process took 30 to 90 minutes for the baby to come into the world. The cow was brave enough to deal with it all by herself and make her delivery smoothly. How auspicious it was to see a healthy mother deliver a healthy calf, and then love her and lick her all over. Twin baby pandas. After only giving birth to a stillborn, this panda is expecting again. Keeping inside the observation, she's having a very difficult labor. Even then, she's trying hard. And finally, a breakthrough. And here is a tiny, pink, blind, and bald baby that arrives. Pandas are among those who give birth to the smallest mammal babies relative to the mother's size. Although large births are difficult, this little wonder has also given her mother a difficult time. Then, a tight hug to the young one for warmth. Meanwhile, cuddling with her newborn cub, she forced the second one out. But in most cases, it's not possible for pandas to take care of more than one cub, so the other was moved to an incubator. Bat birth. Birthing is undoubtedly a very challenging process, whether that's on land or underwater. But what if it's in mid-air? Meet Sky, a red flying fox who, when rescued, was discovered expecting a new life. And now, after a gestation of 6 months, it was time for the pup to arrive. Mother-to-be bat clung to branches with her thumbs and toes and formed a U-shaped body sling. The pup started poking his head out, and the mother licked the pup, interspersed with a few good pushes. Then, finally, the business of pushing became serious, and Sky formed a hammock to catch her baby. A last large push, and out he plops. Yawning and wiggling his ears, the infant flying fox is all set to explore the world. Baby snake coming out. Even though I feel kinda grossed out, huge respect for the snake for the pain she's carrying. Snake birth is one of the unusual births in animal species. This is the coral reef snake. These snakes are known for the live birth factor, as serpents have different modes of birth, either viviparous or oviviparous. They give birth to live babies or hatch eggs inside of themselves right before giving birth. The snake in the video delivered 6 babies, whereas it can be massive, as a female snake can give birth to 30 babies all at once. It's strange that every mother knows exactly how to deal with their child. Here we have an incredibly rare piece of footage of a pregnant lioness who's moving away from the hustle and bustle of her pride as she wants to bring her new ones in complete isolation. Yeah, lionesses refuse to give birth in public and prefer certain privacy during labor. They move away from the hustle and bustle to give birth. After finding the coziest spot, her stomach started moving, followed by labor contractions. Sometimes lying down, other times standing up, setting a perfect position to deliver the baby. And then licking her body and using the power of her muscles, she managed to push the cub out of her womb. Immediately after the birth, holding the tiniest cub in her mouth, she slowly proceeds to hide her newborn cub who's vulnerable and needs intense care from her mother. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.